Well, he just did. He just scored 8 points. That's the thing. He had a career. Yep. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of the Sportz Nutz. Yes, it is episode 44. My goodness, I'm just simply amazed at how much I've been involved with this. I love every minute. I'm having so much fun with it, guys. We can only do this with you. I mean, y'all made it possible. As you guys see, my name is Brandon Keeler. Yes, I am going solo as of right now because of the fact that my good friend Matt is still logging in. He will be here momentarily to join us. We are excited to have you guys on. Cannot wait. We got a good show lined up actually for you guys today. All right, so let's do a little rundown of what we could be talking about, because guys, I mean, we tell you what's going on, so all right, so the WNBA folks, they are moving to a best of 7 series in the WNBA finals starting next season. That's pretty exciting. We'll talk a little bit about that. Cleveland Guardians, they have staved off elimination against the Detroit Tigers, the Cinderella team of Major League Baseball, the hottest team in baseball at this current time. The Philadelphia Phillies. Oh, guys, couldn't have happened to a better bunch of people, fans, players, everything. Congratulations on losing. Hope they enjoy that 5th place ring. We'll talk a little bit about that. James Madison, guys, they returned to the win column last night, and not only did they return in the win column, they did it handling Coastal Carolina, who actually was favored to win the Sun Belt Conference. We'll talk a little bit about that. Guys, the NHL season has just started getting underway. We're going to talk about some of the key matchups that we have already had take place. Looking forward to that. They have also, I believe, flexed the Atlanta Falcons versus the Carolina Panthers game. It was at one point at 1 o'clock. Now it is officially at 4:25. So we'll talk a little bit about that game, and we will give our predictions for the scores. Matt is coming on. He just got home. He's got to get settled in with his daughter. His daughter is with him, obviously, so he's got to get set up. He will be in just a moment. Don't worry, he's coming. And then also, guys, last night was one of probably the most beautiful things nature has to offer. We'll talk a little bit about that and what it could be. Just guys, it's pretty cool. It was visible all the way down to Florida. We'll talk a little bit about that one. Let's also just remind you, we only need to get 5 YouTube subscribers from your friends. If you get 5 to come on, you are entered per contestant, like per person you get in. That's an additional entry to win a $25 gas gift card. Yes, and it's a real gas gift card. It's not one of those sleazy gas stations. It's a real legit gas gift card. Please take advantage of it. I promise you guys, we're not holding things out. Got a little bit of new merchandise that has come in with the Sportz Nutz. Cannot wait to share that with you. Matt and myself, we will talk about Week 7 college football matchups. We will also talk about some NFL matchups, give our predictions of the most intriguing games there are, and a whole lot more. And of course, we have you guys, the most interactive audience there is. We love you. Cannot wait to get going. Now, guys, just want to quickly note that we had something really cool transpire. For those who don't know, we put out a shorts video actually I did last night And you have to excuse as you guys hear, Aspen is crying, yes, because she's getting hungry. You know, the joys of having a 3-month old, almost 3-month old it is that way. But last night, guys, we put out the newest Sportz Nutz shorts video on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you name it, it's everywhere. Okay, right? We have garnished y'all 2,617 views just in 24 hours. And guys, we can do more, but so far we are beyond thankful. We cannot tell you how happy we are that you have done that. Continue sharing. Get as many people to view it as possible. You know, and like I said, get those subscribers in because you will get the chance to win that $25 gas gift card. You know, hey, gas is not like, you know, it's a hot commodity. Let's get it going. Hey, before we go any further, let's give a special shout out to our sponsor, Tequila's Grill and Easily. Guys, if you want authentic, affordable, and delicious Mexican cuisine, the Tequila's Grill and Easily is where you want to be. You know, from mine and Matt's favorite, which is the homemade salsa bar, the queso, the chimichangas, the taquitos, you name it, Tequila's has it all. If you have an event coming up or a birthday celebration and you're looking for a place to host, Tequila's is where you want to have it at. Go ahead, give them a call today. Get it set up. They're looking forward to your call. 864-307-8028. Or better yet, stop on by 5155 Calhoun Memorial Highway. That's Easily, South Carolina, 29640. Again, that is Tequila's Grill and Easily. And guys, I promise you their food is the bomb. Just want to let you know also, we're looking at some point mid-November, we will have another live on location at Tequila's Grill. So just stay tuned for that information. Hey, we have a little side note we want to talk about. A good friend of Cassie and myself, her name is Sarah. She has actually put a thumbs up. This is her. She has put a thumbs up in the chat. She is getting together like care packages for the devastation that happened in Western North Carolina. You know, Swannanoa, Black Mountain area, they got hit really, really hard. And, you know, I mean, the devastation is just unbelievable. Chris Justice from WYFF4 just actually said that parts of the roads are, yes, they're drivable, but you really need to get like around town, that kind of stuff. You know, so what she's trying to do, she's getting care packages together. She's looking for kids' comfort bags, is what they're called. They are looking for stores for drop-off locations. They even need hairstylists, barbers. They want you to come together, go up there and cut hair. Sarah, her information, as you guys see, she's right here. Look her up. We do have her phone number. You can message myself. Matt will have her number as well. They will get a date set up to get everything together. They need donations for care packages, you know, for the items such as like you can do cash, you can do gift cards, but they predominantly want to buy items and fill these bags. They want restaurants to try and get involved. Individuals, you know, you can donate pre-made meals for the volunteers in the community. They need around 100 people. Now the ages for the comfort bags are 1 to 3. They want things like blankets, stuffed animals, a sippy cup, you know, like the Munchkin 360 cups preferred, toddler crayons or markers, no pencils, as you know, they do need to be sharpened, and again, the ages and stuff. Coloring books, Play-Doh, kinetic sand, like a small hairbrush, you know, soft bristle, toddler toothbrushes, kids flavored toothpaste, stickers, small hard toys, like, you know, like a Bluey toy kind of thing. You can look at it like a baby doll or dinosaurs, cars, You name it, you can get those things. You can get like a rubber ball, like a bouncy ball or a soccer ball. Now, remember, they don't have a lot of asphalt right now because everything has been washed away. So, obviously you got to take that into consideration. You don't need to worry about getting basketballs and that kind of stuff. But, age appropriate books, preferably board books, flip books kind of stuff. Small, no prep fun snacks and candy. You can do like Smart Food, white cheddar popcorns, individually wrapped. You can do snack pack. You can do cookies, Rice Krispie treats, those kinds of things. Capri Suns, juice boxes. How about this? Fun kids band-aids. Guys, if you have kids like I do, Sarah has 5 beautiful girls. Yes, I have a lot of kids. I have 4 girls. She has 5 girls. And Sarah, I bless you on this one too, because every one of her girls' names, y'all, begins with the letter A. So sometimes she's just like, child of mine, whatever your name is, get over here. So tip your cap to Sarah on that one. But let's see, we're talking about, kids band, girls band-aids, boys bands. They love blue. My daughters love bluey band-aids. Look at those. Then here's another thing, a full-sized backpack of like just supplies in general. The ages can be for 10 to 14. You can get blankets, travel pillows, lead pencils, gel pens or markers, sketchbooks, or adult coloring books, craft kits, like paint, that kind of stuff, bracelet makers, those things, hairbrush. Sorry, I know there's a lot of stuff that I'm going over here. Guys, this is who you want to talk to. Her name is Sarah Wooten. She is a gem. She's a great friend of ours. If you want to get her number, please send me a direct message. You can even send Matt. Matt will have her number as well, because we are definitely committed to getting anybody and everybody to help donate for Western North Carolina. Remember, they have been devastated by a lot of issues with Hurricane Helene. So, guys, speaking of Matt, who is this beautiful face sitting? What is this right here? Who is
Oh
this
man,
person?
that guy. Yep, got it. First try.
You know what, Matt? I don't know if you saw a good friend of ours. This young lady right here.
Uh-huh.
That's her and her husband, Sarah Wooten. She is a really good friend of ours, and I'm gonna tell you a little funny story as to how Sarah and our family met. Um, we take our car to Carolina Automotive. And Sarah just said, "What's up, Matt?" So,
What's up, guys?
we take our car to Carolina Automotive, and that's actually how Sarah and I met. She was there, and Easton goes, "Look, she has a baby." I'm like, "Yeah," and so we started talking, hit it off, and come to find out, her kids play t-ball with Addison and Eastland at the church, Rock Springs Baptist Church here in Easley, South Carolina.
What a coincidence.
So, I know we had a lot more in common than you could think, and we just hit it off, and our girls love each other both. So, all right, Matt, I have 4 girls. That's a lot of girls, right?
Yes, a lot.
Sarah has 5 girls. All right, and now I got one even better for you. And Sarah, please let him know how you call them, because it's really funny. All 5 of her girls begin with the letter A.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh man,
they're great. They're great kids, beautiful family. Love talking with them.
But you know what? You know what though, Brandon? Both of our
What?
oldest daughters' names starts with an A as well.
That is right. Aria, Addison. Oh gosh, I'd have to ask Sarah. Let us know what your oldest daughter's first name is, because see if we're all trending in that letter A kind of.
First daughter's name starts with an A. Hey,
yeah, that's okay. I'm not complaining with that one.
Hey, a lot of good A names.
All right, so it said, she said, we sign cards, the A team, instead of listing them out. There you go, Sarah. That's the way to go. Hey, Matt, our good friend Trey Davis actually asked where you were at. So he was like wondering where. I told him you had just gotten home.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and here is all the girls' names for Sarah. So Adelaide, Allison, Alyssa, Anna, and Ashton. Yeah, it's a handful to say all those names.
Yeah, it is.
So, people, but they were like, "Where's Matt? Where's Matt?" Guys, I told you he was coming. So, Matt, I want everybody, I want you to kind of share with everybody what's been going on in the Matt Thomas household in the last couple of days. Obviously, I haven't talked to you. I mean, I talked to you personally on the phone. I talked to you. We had a great 48-minute phone conversation last night.
Yeah.
But tell people how things are going in your neck of the woods.
Oh man, things are going good. Things are going good, man. Just getting ready for the sports weekend that's coming up, as I am every Friday. There's a lot. We got a lot that's hitting our way. Of course, you got MLB playoffs. You got hockey coming. Hockey's back. You got basketball.
Yes.
Yeah, basketball geared up for this. They're doing preseason games. You're right,
Matt. I got a little breaking news for you.
What's the breaking news you got, Brandon?
We're 13 days away from the NBA, man. Can I get an amen, please?
Oh, that's an amen. Hallelujah. Everything in the world, man. Everything under the sun. But also, sneakily, they've quietly been doing preseason games. Like, there's been no kind of promoting the preseason games or anything like that. Preseason just popped up one day, and I'm seeing like preseason basketball. So, I mean,
remember they just had games in Dubai. Come on, and for our good friends in Dubai, if you guys get a chance to, I know it's a little bit late over there, but when you guys get a chance, please log on and say hey. And we know you guys watch. Guys, I will tell you again, Matt knows numbers, but I'm going to just reiterate again. In the 24-hour period, that short that we created, where Matt and I were talking about Bronny James and comparing him to Eric Bledsoe, has garnished 2,600 views. Let's keep it going, y'all. That is what's up. We love you for that. We're going to continue.
Hey, if you notice, man, the more and more shorts you put out, the more and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger.
Well, Matt texted me that he's texted me the short, and I said, "Oh, I love it." And then I posted it, right? Matt, what was it? It was 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes that you called me, and how many did we have right then and there in 5 minute period?
Like 205 minutes or something like that.
205 views.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Then 30 seconds after Matt and I got on the phone, it had jumped to 500. Guys, keep it going. This is what it's all about. We are Sportz Nutz. We are in it together, and I'm true. Matt and I, we are so blessed to have each and every one of you be a part of our team. Guys, Matt, I'm going to ask you this too. I told you about it, but I want you to tell me if you had a chance to see one of the most natural beauties that ever happens on Earth last night. Did you happen to catch a glimpse of it?
After you told me about it, I did. I happened to go out there, man, and I followed the steps exactly how you told me to follow the steps, and I was able to see it, man. So it looked pretty neat. It's pretty neat.
All right, guys. For people who are watching in the stream, chime in if you know what I'm about to say. What natural event happened last night that you had to see a special way with your phone? If you are the first person to comment what it was last night, you will get a Sportz Nutz bag. All right, so I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to give me that answer. In the meantime, Matt, this natural phenomenon that happened was seen all the way down to just south of Tallahassee, Florida, which is amazing in itself.
Yeah.
To see this natural beauty. So, it has been witnessed 2 times in the last 6 months. And there is talks there's going to be more coming, which is even, I'm like, oh God, yes. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, last night we got a rare treat in the south. It literally stops usually just in the north. It's for cold areas that are less populated, have less light pollution. I'm going to show you a picture. This is my house last night in Easley, South Carolina. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to show you another picture. This is from my brother-in-law in Maryland. In case you don't know what that is, it was the Northern Lights. Yes, the Aurora Borealis last night transpired. It went all the way down to just south of Tallahassee, Florida, which was visible. Now, here's the crazy thing. Actually, Matt, tell people what was the craziest way, how were you able to get the best viewing of it?
Well, for me, man, I was able to kind of just go out, and I had to take my phone, but I had to put it in like night mode or something.
Yep.
Like that. I had to put it in night mode to see it. So that's how I was able to see it through night mode on my phone.
Your phone has a little filter in there, and if you have it just a certain way at night mode, which means you turn the flash off, turn everything off, basically, and you have long exposure, it will show you the entire Aurora Borealis. Now, there is a portion of the Aurora Borealis tonight. However, it is not going to be visible here in the upstate of South Carolina, North Georgia, and that kind of stuff. It's only visible as far south as Kentucky, and it's that still uses the phone. However, the further north you go, obviously, the more visible it is.
Yeah.
Even then, it's going to be more faint, so you may have to use your phone to still get the view of it. But they said that there could be more geometric storms, which are bursts of energy that get shot out of the sun, and it hits the Earth's magnetic field, causes the beautiful lights display. You have yellows, oranges, greens, pinks, purples, all sorts of colors. It's gorgeous. Guys, if you ever have the chance to look at the ones that show up in Alaska and Iceland, oh my God, they are simply breathtaking. So if you did not get the chance to see it last night, don't worry, you're going to see more of them, I promise you, because this time of year is when the Northern Lights really get going. So it's been a more unusual active year in terms of geometric storms. Mm-hmm. So we'll see more. All right, Matt. So I have a little breaking news that I want to share with everybody. Okay. Let me get it pulled up right here, and then I'm going to share my screen. Okay. I do not own. Now, I'm telling you guys, Sportz Nutz and myself, Matt, we do not own what we're about to show you. However, it is legit real. And I just happened to share this with my wife, Cassie. Yeah, and we're definitely getting a Matt. I don't know. Have you ever heard of Little Debbie's Christmas tree treats that come out during the Christmas time?
Yes, I have heard of those.
All right. Well, I got a treat for you. You ready?
What's that?
All right. 1, 2, 3. Do you see it?
Oh, mini muffins.
Yep, they're going to have the Christmas tree mini muffins, and dun 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 dun. What is next to it, folks? Yes, it is the mini Christmas tree cake donuts. Oh my God. Guys, these things are like liquid crack. They're so addictive. I'm going to get my mouse right here. This is what we get a lot. We stick them in the freezer, eat them when they're really cold. They're the best. Cassie's not a big fan of the chocolate Christmas trees, but I've had one. They're actually not that bad. However, these, yes, bomb.com. This is the chocolate Christmas trees right here. Okay. However, I promise you, I'm definitely getting some, and yeah, we're gonna put about 3,500 pounds this summer. This Christmas night. So just we're gonna be some brass monkey chunky monkeys along here, folks. So hold on. All right, so yep, that is the breaking news. But Matt, I got the chance to read some really cool stories. Obviously, when you're a sports nuts like you, like me, that's all we really do. We just look for like sports stories, and they really entertain us, and some of them are like, oh my God, that's awesome. It's great news. We talked a little bit about the WNBA last episode.
We did.
And, people don't realize this, but the WNBA, pretty much its entire existence, has been in the red zone. Now, folks, if you don't know, red is bad. Red is extremely bad in any retail, any athletic event. The reason why they call it Black Friday is because you want to get into the black zone. You want to get out of the red. You want to get into the black zone.
That's true.
That means you're making significant profits right there. You're making what you needed to make to have a profitable year or profitable quarter as well, for your whatever event, whatever you're part of, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So the WNBA, for the first time in its entirety of existence, will finish just under the black zone, but next year has already started to take into effect as far as revenue wise talking. They signed that massive, and I mean extremely massive deal with TV to put them in the black zone. So for the first time ever, folks, the WNBA is going to be churning a profit.
That's good.
Yes, that's extremely good. Women's sports are, they're here to stay, and they're going to be forever here to stay. Well, guess what, guys? We've seen the best of 3 series in the WNBA playoffs, but you go to the finals, and it's a best of 5. It's kind of it's not really exciting because if you think about it, you're really only getting 2. You're really only playing 3 games at most, which means the first 2 games you're playing at the higher seeded team's home. So you only get you're lucky to get 1 game. That's not really fair. I don't feel it's really fair. So next year, the WNBA has announced a new format for their WNBA finals seedings, and there's talks that they are not done yet. The WNBA, starting in 2025 and beyond, will have a best of 7 series in the WNBA finals.
Okay.
Yes, that is great news. They haven't announced the format yet. Sometimes it's 2-3-2 or 2-2-1-1-1 kind of thing like that. They haven't announced what it's going to be like yet. However, they did announce today, actually, that they are considering expanding the WNBA playoffs the entire way from a best of 3 to a best of 5. So it'll be a best of 5, and then best of 7. So the WNBA is trending in the right direction.
It is.
I'm excited about it. Now, Matt, we've already announced who the next team to take place with the WNBA is the Golden State Valkyries, which is based out of San Francisco, which is the owner of the Golden State Warriors, has brought the WNBA team to existence. Guys, 2026, our good buddy right here, Nick Bongolo, who lives in Toronto, Canada, the Toronto WNBA franchise starts. Well, it was announced about 6 to 7 weeks ago that there are 5 cities in the running for WNBA expansion franchises coming between 27 and 28. They are Philadelphia, Houston, Charlotte. Yes, Charlotte. Remember, guys, there was a team called the Charlotte Sting. They might come back. But Charlotte, remember, Houston Comets, they ruled supreme for gosh knows how long.
Yeah.
In the WNBA. So, they're going to probably come back, right? Well, then it gets a little more interesting because they want to bring a South Florida team in there. And one city, obviously, everybody thinks of Miami, right?
Exactly.
How about this? Miami and Tampa are both mentioned as potentials to land WNBA franchises. What do you think of that, Matt?
Even Tampa, even after the recent events?
Oh, yeah. So? I think they'll get it. I really do. I feel like they're going to get it. Guys, if you don't know what we're talking about with the recent events, you're living under a rock. I'm sorry to hear that. But Hurricane Milton came through and absolutely throttled Tampa, Sarasota, Clearwater, St. Pete area. And guys, St. Petersburg is actually where the Tampa Bay Rays home is. The Tropicana Field, which has got to be the nastiest stadium that ever existed, in my opinion, is roofless. Yes, it is topless. The roof was completely blown off of Tropicana Field. So now the talks are where they're going to have their games, or are they just going to say, because they're building a new stadium, Matt.
Yeah,
and we've talked about it here, and it's a $2.5 billion stadium that they're building. And they do have a $500 million leeway, which means they can add an additional $500 million to the stadium It was all approved. Don't worry, folks. They're not going to back out. It's been all approved. Funding has already been set aside. So it's going to happen. But now the question is, you're just going to, you're going to say the heck with it, tear down Trop, and start building the new Tropicana field right now, starting in 2024, going until 26, maybe even and opening up in time for the 27 season. Or what are you going to do? Because Tampa Bay can't play in a roofless facility like that, guys. Yes, you can play outdoor baseball. However, for those who don't know, it rains all the time in Tampa, St. Pete area. So, yeah, it's a sticky situation. So, hey, if Tampa gets a new stadium built right away, it's going to be exciting. So, we will see what transpires. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk that the WNBA wants to try and match its big brother of 32 teams. We talked to Abe Gordon. We've talked to Brandon Leak. Both have said they don't really think that the WNBA needs to mirror its big brother. However, they wouldn't shun on it if they did. Obviously, you just got to be careful not to overpopulate so fast that you have to eradicate some of your teams that you just brought into the system. So it's going to be exciting to see what we're going with. I mean, Matt, which out of all that has listed, which would you like to see be the first team to be a WNBA expansion?
I would like to see the Comets come back, definitely. I know they got Golden State coming. I mean, Golden State, which is good. Golden State and Toronto are definite. Those are the two definite ones, correct?
Yes. Golden State, Toronto. Golden State's next year. Toronto is 26.
Yeah, so you have to, due to the, I guess, just the prestige of the particular team itself. With Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, what was her name? Tina Charles. I forgot the one.
Lisa Leslie.
Well, Lisa Leslie was with the Sparks. I'm talking about the Comets, about the old Comets. Was it she's with
Don Stanley, I think, played on it as well.
I don't think Don Stanley played for the Comets. Don Stanley played for
the Sting.
I think it was a Sting, but I know Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, and then the other lady. She always wore the deep lipstick. She had a thick lipstick on. I can't remember her name.
Oh my God.
Tina Charles? I could be mistaken.
For those who know, just comment in the stream. Let us know. Remind us so we can know. Matt is going to do.
It will have to be.
He'll do some shirts, but it's the Houston Comets. Let us know who it is, Matt. But continue. Go ahead.
But I definitely would want to see Houston, man, come back with the team. As far as Florida goes, they gotta have a Miami team. I mean, it just feels right that you have to have a team in Miami. New York, Miami, California, and one in Texas. That's definite. No matter what sport it is, you gotta have those places.
Those are the big cities.
Yeah, but definitely would love to see one in Miami, and would love to see one in. I would love to see Houston come back. This name popped in my head as far as a team in Miami. Why not name them the Miami Flames? Because Big Brother is the Heat. Let's name the women's team the Flames. Yeah,
the Infernos, the Miami Infernos. Yes, for the women's W. That'd be all.
I think it'd be something more, something like the Miami Tropics or something like. I mean, it'll be something kind of. I don't know. What? Then again, the Heat. All right, it is the Heat, so I could see them coming with something like the Flames or something like that. The Miami Torch or something. The Miami.
Yeah, Scorch. Miami Torch. Miami Scorchers.
Something like that. I could see that. Usually WNBA counterparts play off of their name, like the Minnesota Lynx, Timberwolves. Yeah. Sometimes they do. Like
the
Comets.
The Atlanta Dream is because the
Martin Luther King had a dream, right?
Yeah, that's right. No, I can't even spit it out sometimes. I'm like, I promise you guys, I know how to talk.
We understand, Brandon. We understand.
You know what? Whatever. Oh, we had a funny story to tell you on this, actually. We're going to pause for a second. Cassie, get your phone and log on, and we're going to tell everybody what happened the other day in the car. So wait, she has to get a bottle for Aspen. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send her the StreamYard link. Guys, when you hear this story, you are going to say, Brandon, you're a dork. And then Matt, bite your tongue. I know what you were thinking. Brandon, you already are a dork. So anyway, all right. So we'll continue on that one in a minute. I'm actually texting Cassie right now so she can tell this story. And we're gonna give you the actual like reactions and everything because Matt, I promise you're gonna burst out laughing on this one.
Voila.
You're gonna be like, are you serious? Literally what you're gonna do. All right, so while we're waiting for Cassie, Matt, let's talk about this MLB playoff. You heard of this MLB postseason?
I have heard of this. Been a lot of surprises.
Yeah, I'm wow. How about this? If you were to tell me Cinderella existed in the Major League Baseball postseason, who in the world would you think would be Cinderella?
Well, originally, you wanted to be the Braves because of all the injuries and stuff that they went through. You would think, okay, if this was Cinderella team, it would be the Braves due to all 11, 12 injuries that they had to go through this season. But
12 major injuries, right?
But you know what? If it was somebody else in a division, maybe
Don't you dare say the Phillies. If you say the Phillies, I'm disowning you right now, sir.
Absolutely not.
It is the Detroit Tigers. What? All right, and why do I say this, folks? And yes, my wife, as she is waiting patiently, we're just going to talk about this real quick. The Detroit Tigers had a 0.4% chance going into the All-Star break to make the postseason.
Really?
Yes. And what did they do? They went on the most electric hot streak you have ever seen in any professional sport. And what did they do? They made the postseason. That's an accomplishment in itself right there, right? No, it's even better. They won the wild card round. Not only did they win it, they swept the wild card round. So then they're playing, probably one of the best teams in the American League, the Cleveland Guardians, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you're thinking, it's okay. Cleveland, they're going to dominate, they're going to win, blah, 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 right? Nope. Detroit takes Cleveland onto the brink of elimination. Remember, the American League, well, actually, in general, the divisional series is best of 5.
Correct.
Detroit was up 2-1. You only need to get 3, and that's it. Put the phone down, Eastland. You only need to get there, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Well, it came down to late inning heroics by the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland has staved off elimination for now by winning 5-4 against the Cinderella herself, the Detroit Tigers. Game 5 that decides it all is on Saturday, I believe, at 4:35. So stay tuned for that one. Matt, what do you think? There, are you sold? Do you think Detroit could actually win the whole thing now?
I'm not gonna say that, man. I'm not gonna say they can win the whole thing. We still got some teams out there, man, that actually have some star-studded lineups and there's still great pitching left out there. If Detroit can continue to continue to have solid pitching, and if they continue to show that their bats belong in this postseason, then I think they'll be able to put up a fight. But I don't know, man. We've seen crazier things. Like, we've seen like the Mets beat the Phillies, man. So I mean, we see I had to get that one in there. So we've seen some crazier things, man.
Oh man, I told you this before, and I've said this so many times. For the Philadelphia Phillies, to lose in the postseason, it couldn't have happened to a much more deserving fan base, much more deserving team than the Phillies.
You guys got what you deserve.
So happy. And, people were talking about, it's pretty sad. It took the Atlanta Braves having 12 major injuries just for the Phillies to end the consecutive streak of them winning the division, making the postseason. The Phillies said, we want to get the first round bye. We're going to get the number 1 position, yada, yada, blah, 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 nonsense, whatever, right? They got the number 2 seed. They got the first round bye, and you lose 3-1 in series. Congratulations, and I hope you guys enjoy Cancun and your 5th place or last place ring, because that's all you're ever going to get. So, Matt, I'm so happy you mentioned them. But hey, guys, enough of that stuff. If you just saw, I made a post on Facebook. Cassie and I have by far one of the funniest stories to share. So, what we're going to do is we're going to ask Holden, Eastland, and Addison to please be quiet while Mommy explains this funny. I'm already starting to laugh. All right, Matt, are you ready?
I'm ready to hear this, man.
All right, Cassie. First off, say hey to everybody.
Hi.
All right, guys. So I'm going to let Cassie talk.
Okay. So here lately, our car rides have been really fun. Brandon has been fussing at me. You know, he's been on crutches, right? But he hasn't been driving as much since he was on those crutches. But he's been fussing at me to pay attention more when I'm driving. And as I say this, I am paying attention. He just thinks I'm about to run off the road when I'm really not. I'm just on the edge because a car is coming towards me. But anyways, I also have a little bit of a lead foot. Okay. I've been driving for 20 something years and no ticket.
It's a
Okay.
large left foot.
Knock on wood, no ticket. Okay. But anyways, so yesterday we were driving down the road and we started to become closer and closer and closer to this person. And so I said, "You need to stop." And he did not hear me. And so I started banging on the glove compartment that was right there. And he starts to swerve and he honks at who knows who. And I said, "What are you doing? You need to stop." And he says, "At least I'm not hitting something trying to get somebody's attention." And I said, "You're honking at who? What did they do? You need to stop." So he can't stop laughing after that story. And I told him I was going to get on tonight and I was going to tell this story because it's been an argument in our car that I'm not paying attention. But yet he's honking at just anybody and and I'm tapping on the glove compartment and he's not stopping. Finally, I got his attention by yelling stop and banging. And he said, "How's that brake working over there for you?" And I said, "It works great." So that is our story that happened yesterday.
Oh my God. And Matt, I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard. Go ahead, Matt. Chime in, please. All I got to say, guys, is
So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight.
I'm crying. Okay.
Cassie, you were driving.
No, he was driving.
I'm sorry. Brandon, this is your first time driving, and you guys didn't go to a parking lot and practice first.
Whatever.
That was great, Matt. That was great.
Oh my God, I'm crying from laughing so hard.
What happened there, Brandon? What happened there, buddy? You guys,
I don't know.
You trying to take everybody?
Matt, how do I get his attention? Because evidently just yelling at him did not work, but yelling at me works.
But the hitting of the dashboard is why. And then I honked.
Well, what were you honking at, Brandon? Yeah, I
thought she was telling me to honk at somebody like she knew them. I'm like, who the hell am I honking at?
Yeah, so Mrs. Keeler, I'm gonna need for you to make sure you guys get a couple of abandoned parking lots first before you let him get on the wheel. Again, make sure he can parallel park and stay in between the lines.
That sounds like a good idea.
That's a great idea. Gosh.
Oh man, I needed a good laugh. Oh, okay. Yes, folks, I'm crying from laughing so hard. Sorry, I had to share that story. Matt, what'd you think? That was a pretty good one, though, right?
Bye, everybody. I'm logging out.
She's like, I'm gone.
Yeah, she's gone.
Yeah, that was an interesting one, man. It was interesting. I'm glad you guys are okay, and I'm glad that it didn't, end up being something bad. But you guys
Dude, she literally does this.
just tapping on the.
No, she's like hitting it really hard.
No, I'm not doing this.
Brandon, her life was flashing before her eyes, man.
So I'm still trying to figure out who in the world I was talking to as well. So, okay. All right, let's talk about sports again, folks. I had to share that story, just to break that. It's a really good story. Matt, if I asked you who was the supreme members, I'm going to say plural, of the Sun Belt Conference, who do you think that would be?
Oh, no, football or basketball? What are you talking here?
We're talking about football right now.
Okay. Sun Belt Conference. I remember. Is Georgia State still in the Sun Belt Conference, or did they move out?
They're in Conference USA, I believe.
Georgia
Wait. I think they're in the Sun Belt. I'll have to look, but continue.
I remember Georgia. Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I couldn't give you an answer because it was always. I know it was always.
Georgia State is in the Sun Belt, yes.
So it is. So I'm pretty sure it was always somebody different.
Yes.
It was always somebody different in that conference that was on top of the conference. There was never somebody who was dominant like a Duke in basketball or something like that, like a UGA in the SEC, things like that. But I'm pretty sure you have the answer there, Brandon.
So just a quick reminder, Aspen's over here laughing about that story still, by the way. So my 3-month-old is laughing at Daddy. All right, so if you talk the Sun Belt, you always think Appalachian State. Okay. App State, they are phenomenal. They've dominated for a long time. But that's not who I'm talking about. Coastal Carolina, they've been dominant in the Sun Belt. They are partially who I'm talking about. However, I told you this stat last night too. This team in the last 3 years at home, they've been in the Sun Belt, by the way, at home, is 52-2.
Whew. And
the team that I'm talking about is none other than the James Madison University Dukes.
They've been
yes, they are elite. And this year, actually, the top 2 teams to battle, actually, it's the top 3 teams that we're going to battle for supremacy in the Sun Belt were James Madison, Coastal Carolina, App State. For those who don't know, App State has they decided to take a ticket elsewhere, and they hit the toilet bowl this year.
Yeah,
they're bad. They're really bad. Talks of firing the coach is going to happen. If they do, it's going to be a significant overhaul with that program with the coaching staff, right?
Yeah.
So, really, if you think about it, it was James Madison. It is Coastal Carolina. Those are the 2, right?
Yeah.
Well, last night, Coastal Carolina decided to take a trip up to Virginia and play at James Madison. And James Madison, guys, they lost the week before. They only lost by a few points, but they lost. They're thinking the season's already done with at James Madison. It is the conference champions. They get a spot in the automatic spot in the 12-team playoff. So James Madison loses. Coastal Carolina, they were supposed to get in that spot, right? Well, last night, James Madison said, you know what, hold my beer, Coastal Carolina. And they opened up a can on Coastal, and they won 39-7.
Okay.
James Madison is now the favorites to win the Sun Belt Conference, which means a team that has only been in the FBS for a few amount of years has a chance to go into the 12-team playoff, which that's going to be huge for that program. Imagine that. Like,
that'll be huge.
I think James Madison last year, they had to fight to get a bowl game, remember?
Yeah.
Because they had that window, that stupid 2-year window you have to wait to get into postseason play. Well, they got lucky to get a bowl game last year. This year, they have a chance to go into the 12-team playoff. What is going on in at James Madison University? You know, Matt, is it something in the water? Is it the food they're eating? What is it?
I just think it's a program that started taking itself seriously, man. They started believing in themselves, and they went out. They got good coaching. They're getting better players. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know specifically what they're doing and how they've done it, but they've totally turned that. They did 180 in that program, and they're winning now. Now they're adopting that winning culture, where when you go to James Madison, you're expected to win that division, and that's a good thing for them. So that's a great thing for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, they lost. Like I said, they lost. It was the battle for number one last week against Monroe. James Madison plays in the East. Monroe is the king of the West, which is kind of ironic to say too, because South Alabama had originally earlier on was showing that they should have been the favorites because they had 87-point wins.
Yeah,
they had 70-point wins, that kind of stuff. Well, obviously, right now James Madison is looking to be the favorite. Remember, they went to North Carolina and they beat North Carolina at North Carolina 70-50. So they scored that game was a 120-point game. What's crazy to think about, right?
That's crazy.
All right, so James Madison, they play at Georgia Southern next week. That should be a win. And then they go and they host Southern Miss, which, by the way, Southern Miss, they're 1-4. They're 0-1. They're always the bottom feeders, unfortunately. So that'll probably be a win. So now you're looking at they've already gained bowl eligibility with beating Georgia Southern next week. Look, Georgia Southern, they are number one in the East. However, Georgia Southern is only 3-2. So that's not like a prominent record, right? So then they play.
Still early though.
Yeah. They play host to, as said on November 9th, Georgia State. Georgia State, they're 2-2. That's probably another win. Then comes a little bit of a challenge, because it is ODU, Old Dominion. They like to give you fits. They're not a great team, but they like to give you fits.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably another win. And then comes the biggest game of the Sun Belt, which actually should have been the battle to see who goes to the Sun Belt Championship. Is they travel to Boone, North Carolina, and they play against App State. I honestly feel, with App State being the bottom feeder in the East, I really feel James Madison's going to win that. So that they have one game left. Their last game is playing host to Marshall. Marshall is tied for first place in the East of Sun Belt. So James Madison goes 11-1. What do you think?
I can see. I can agree with that. I don't see anybody else on the schedule who I think they will slip up and they'll lose to. They've been playing very consistent ball, man, and I just don't think that they're going to allow a slip up or allow that trap game, so to speak.
Exactly. So, folks, if you're paying attention to that one, 11-1 team means they have they're a lock into the Sun Belt Conference Championship game, which means they will probably play either Georgia Southern or Coastal or Marshall. You'll play one of those three teams. And if James Madison wins, they're in the 12-team playoffs. So Stay tuned for them. Man, that's exciting. That's exciting ball going on up there, and looking forward to seeing more of it, So, Matt, NHL has started.
Okay.
I'm so excited. I mean, guys, I can't put into words how excited I am that hockey is back. If you have to really kind of go to start out at minor league hockey, like ECHL hockey, to really get an understanding of what is so entertaining about hockey. Well, there's just a lot to it. It's the hitting. It's the fan. The fans are really what takes it to a whole new level. Then you've got the level of play. You have teams who were dominant for so many decades to teams who are up and coming in there getting better, right? Well, tonight, the season has officially started for my Tampa Bay Lightning. They're actually at Carolina. Remember, guys, they're not playing at Amalie Arena in Tampa because of Hurricane Milton. So they're playing in Carolina right now. It is currently 1-1. I know it's bad radio to do that kind of stuff. So Matt, I'm going to ask you this, okay? I'm going to lay out 4 games for you, okay? And you're going to pick the winners. Does that sound good?
That sounds good. And just so you know, man, my team, going back are the New Jersey Devils. Just so.
So you and I actually have a little bit of there's a player who used to play for the Jersey Devils, went to high school with. He was their goalie, David Caruso. So David, if you're watching, shout out to you, man. You actually played for the Gwinnett Gladiators, and I have your hockey pucks still autographed, and I have my picture with you. And I went to high school with you, and you and I, really good people. He's a really good guy to talk to. So I tip my cap off to him. All right, so the first game I'm telling you right now is Tampa Bay, Carolina. Carolina last year, they really surprised the heck out of a lot of people in the entire hockey world. They made it pretty far into the postseason. It is 1-1. It is still early in the second period. Obviously, there's 3 periods in hockey. Does Carolina pull it out, or do my Lightning win?
I gotta go. You said the Panthers, right?
No, Carolina Hurricane.
Oh, Hurricanes. I think Tampa Bay pulls this one out.
Good choice. God, I knew you were smart.
I said I think. I think they pull it out.
All right, next game: Chicago Blackhawks versus the Winnipeg Jets. Which, by the way, the Winnipeg Jets are formerly known as the Atlanta Thrashers. The Jets made it to the postseason last year. Really kind of a surprise on that one. However, the Jets are in talks about possibly they could relocate because the current ownership of the Winnipeg Jets actually hates the teams, hates the fans, has come out and even said they don't particularly care for the fans. So they said that they're in talks about relocating. Where they relocate, nobody knows yet.
Mm-hmm.
But Chicago Blackhawks, they have a rich tradition. They're they're more like a perennial powerhouse of olden times, like up until like the early 2010s.
Yeah.
And then they fell off. However, they still give fits for every team they play. So who do you think wins that one, Chicago or Winnipeg?
I think Winnipeg's just a better team right now. I can see Winnipeg taking that one.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go. So you and I are 2 for 2. We're both. I'm saying Winnipeg wins.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You got the Philadelphia Flyers, which again, remember, guys, we've already picked on the Philadelphia fans. Let's maybe pick on them some more. But Philadelphia Flyers, they travel all the way to British Columbia, Vancouver, and play the Vancouver Canucks, which I don't even know what a Canuck is. I think it's some sort of fish. Maybe fans can tell us what it is. I don't know what a Canuck is. I really don't. Vancouver, beautiful city, beautiful country, everything, or whatever you want to call it. It's gorgeous there, right? Who do you got? Do you have the lonely Philadelphia franchise or the beautiful Vancouver Fish?
I think Philadelphia's still finding their way, man. The record last year, it was they didn't finish under 500, but they only had about 36, 37 wins or something around there. I'll have to go with Vancouver here.
Okay, we're 3 for 3. Wow, we're choosing Vancouver that one as well. Matt, what I want you to do, I'll give you my ESPN Plus Hulu login information. That game is on tonight at 10 p.m. Watch and what I want you to do is watch just some of the game. You don't have to watch the whole thing, obviously, because it's going to be at 10 o'clock tonight, which over there is only 7 o'clock in the evening. But 10 o'clock tonight, watch some of it. Tell me if you think Vancouver is has a really pronounced arena. It's beautiful. And when I mean pronounced, I mean it like they're in, like all their everything is in 4K. It's gorgeous. You can even read like individual writings on the ice. You can even see the skate marks on the ice. That's how clear their television's quality is up there. It's really cool. So check them out. All right, the last game, the undefeated. Yes, it's only the third game, but the 2-0 St. Louis Blues travel to Las Vegas and they take on the undefeated 1-0 Vegas Knights. Everybody knows Vegas won the Stanley Cup a couple years ago. So who do you got on that one?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go with Vegas on this one, man. I'm just I think they have the better team, and they're battle tested. So I'm going to have to go with Vegas.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Sportz Nutz first. Matt and Brandon both are picking the exact same victors in the hockey season tonight. So we both have Tampa, we both have Winnipeg, we both have Vancouver, and we both have Vegas. We have a special visitor that is coming to say that she is a sports nut and she is going night-night. So, ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful girl Aspen is gracing the world with everybody, and she is stinky and ready to go to bed. So, good night, Aspen. I love you. I love you, baby. All right, guys. So now that we've had a lot of fun talking about other stuff, Matt, I know you got that. You're itching. I see it already right here. You're ready to talk some college football, right?
Of course,
Am
man.
I right?
Yeah, it's never too late to talk college football, man. Never too late.
So, how about this? First off, I'm watching Harvard take on Cornell right now.
Oh my gosh, I'm watching that too.
And Harvard is up, y'all. First off, Harvard had some like serious trickerations, right? Harvard is up 38-20. It's kind of weird to see this, Matt. Did you see how many games they've only played?
How many games did they play?
3. They've only played 3.
Well,
we're talking
about Harvard,
week
right?
7. Yeah, Harvard is 2-1.
Bro,
Cornell is 1-2.
Bro, they got to study. They got tests, and they got. Come on, it's Harvard. We're talking about Ivy League schools here, man. This is different. This is different. You know,
it definitely is a difference because the FCS, right, folks?
They gotta have they have a bye week every other week, man. That's how it works.
I mean,
study time, bro. Bro, they got exams.
They have an exam every damn day.
Bro, everybody at both of those schools, every single person in both of those schools have to get ready for their $100,000 $100,000 plus job coming out of college. So, hey man, they got to get ready, bro.
Yep, gotta get ready. All right, so that's a good game. I'm surprised you and I actually are. That's pretty cool. You and I are both watching it. All right, so there's a game going on right now. Which, by the way, we have a really interesting individual that has been chiming in on our stream, Matt. I don't know if you've seen it. His name is Ben. He is from Maryland, and he actually sent a message to one of our videos if we could mention the Maryland Terps. So I guess it's because he's from Maryland. I don't know. But, hey, Ben, if you're watching, man, we really do appreciate the love that you are sharing with us. But, hey, we're going to talk about your Maryland Terps actually right this minute. Matt, Northwestern, a team in turmoil, really. Mm-hmm. They're playing at Maryland. Both Maryland's 3-2, but Northwestern is 2-3. However, both are 0-2 in the Big Ten. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's 7-0 Northwestern right now over Maryland. What do you think? Who wins this game? Does Maryland win, or does Northwestern? I guess you can call it an upset.
Well, Maryland can't seem to find their offense right now, man. So whether they are got 3 minutes left in the first quarter, Maryland needs to turn it on, and they need to do something because I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I can see Northwestern pulling it out like 17-14. They win on the field goal.
Ooh, wow. All right, so now we got a tale of two different teams in the same conference. Mountain West Conference play is tonight, 9:00. CBS Sports Network. You got the UNLV Rebels traveling to the Aggies of Utah State. Beautiful facility, by the way. As you know, the football program is in turmoil at Utah State. They just recently had to let go of a coach. But UNLV 4-1, Utah State 1-4. The spread is UNLV is favored by 19. What do you think? Who wins that game?
I see UNLV winning this one easily, pretty handily. I say they win. UNLV wins 34-10.
I was thinking 37-10, so we're right at the same. Yeah. All right, then the last game of the night, our good friend Jamal Anderson is actually an alumni at the University of Utah. They are the Utah Utes. They are traveling to Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona, or excuse me, Mountain America Stadium. God, almost I just showed my age, folks. They are traveling to Mountain America Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. Utah is 4-1. They are ranked number 16 in the nation, however, and Arizona State is 4-1 as well. Now Utah is only favored 5.5. What do you think the score will be on this one, Matt?
Oh, this is gonna be honestly, this is gonna be a sleeper good game, man. I see both of these teams putting up points, man, and I say, man, it's gonna be a tough one. But I say Utah gets it. Let's say 34-31.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, and just guys, it is a frigid night there. The temperature is only supposed to be 98 degrees at kickoff, so very cold night and
Supposed to be how many degrees?
98 degrees.
98 degrees.
And don't start singing, Matt.
I don't know any of the songs.
Yeah, whatever. It's all because of you. Okay,
Exactly.
I'll stop.
Hey man, don't age us. Don't age us. Don't.
We're already aged. Come on. All right. This one, I feel it could be a trap game, but I feel it could also be the god awful biggest beatdown ever known to man kind of thing. You got the woeful, lonely South Carolina Gamecocks. They travel to Alabama. Remember, Alabama, they lost last week to Vanderbilt. South Carolina only scored 3 points. This is how I see it. Alabama, yes, they're favored by 21.5. However, I see it this way. This is either going to be the absolute biggest beatdown Alabama has ever done in South Carolina, or this could be like a crazy trap game for Alabama, like that kind of sense. I think Alabama wins, and I think they win mightily. I think it's like a 48-10 kind of game. What do you think?
Well, I think this game here is going to make or break South Carolina's season. South Carolina, think about it, they're only one game back behind Alabama. South Carolina's 3-2. Alabama's 4-1. They're only a game back if you really want to think about it. Look, man, South Carolina's season can be salvaged. They've lost a couple of winnable games, man. That I feel. Well, I'm not going to say they were winnable. I felt that if they were able to execute the way they should have, the games could have been a lot closer, or they could have been,
different result.
A different result, yes, so to speak. But this is going to make or break them, man. With that being said, I got Alabama winning 48-10.
Yeah, so I'm in agreement with you on that one as well. I don't now. If I had to go based off of what I've seen with South Carolina, I think the first 3 games they didn't. One game they didn't really have a challenge because they were playing an FCS opponent, However, South Carolina, you haven't really shown who who is the true team. They say last week they were hapless, they were abysmal, downright awful. They didn't really have any sense of wanting to play, desire, and they only scored 3 points, and it showed.
Yeah.
Let's also not forget, Matt. Their head coach said this is the most disappointed he has ever been being a coach. That's how bad it was. So, what could happen in South Carolina is yet to be seen. Obviously it's Shane Beamer. He, heck, his seat could be mighty toasty at the end of the season if things go the way people are saying. This could be, and I don't think it's going to happen, but they have 6 games left. I think realistically you could see South Carolina go finish 4-8 or even 3-9. It's a real possibility. They do play Vandy, but remember Vandy, like I said, at even years they're good, odd years they're bad. It's just like the draw of the luck of the draw with them, how it goes. So we'll see. All right, so now let's turn our attention to the other South Carolina team. No, we're not talking about Furman, even though Furman is playing at Chattanooga. So I wish them go Dens on that one. But number 10, Clemson, which, by the way, they're on a 4-game winning streak. They are on a hot streak. They are one of the hottest teams, if not the absolute hottest team in all of college football. They're playing at Wake Forest, Winston-Salem. I think Clemson, they win like 35-14. What do you think?
Well, I think harking back to what you were saying about Clemson being hot, I don't think their schedulers did them any justice by putting Georgia as the first game of the season for them. If you want to wrap it around and had Georgia at the end of the season, Clemson would probably be the number one team in the country right now. They've been hot, man. Offense has been on point. They looked unstoppable at times. Phil Maffa, he's having his way. I think they need to get him in the end zone a little bit more. I think he only has 2 touchdowns on the season. But K Klubnik doing well too. I mean, I think they're going to have their way with Wake Forest, and I can see the score being, oof. I won't be surprised if they reach 50, but I won't be surprised if the score was, I'll say 41-21.
Okay, I like it.
I give them that because Wake Forest, they're not pushovers like that.
No. Let's look at it this way. If Clemson comes out hot like the way they've been doing, go ahead and chalk this up as a dub. So
it's over.
I mean,
it's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
So all right, let's talk about your boys, Georgia Tech. They travel to Chapel Hill. They're 4-2, 2-2 in ACC play. North Carolina is 3-3. They're 0-2 in ACC play. Georgia Tech is actually favored by 4 points. What do you think? I think Georgia Tech. I actually think Georgia Tech's going to win this game, like a 24-27 kind of game. What do you think?
I think it'll be a little bit more than that. I think Georgia Tech's going to win about maybe I say 30-17. Georgia Tech, they do have a kind of solid defense, man, in this totality. I look for Georgia Tech to win this one and maybe possibly crack back into the top 25. If not, they'd be top 30.
Ooh, I like it. All right. So this one I'm just throwing in there because the anomaly that it is. Undefeated Army, 5-0. They're playing Trent Dilfer's team, University of Alabama, Birmingham. UAB, they're going this way. Army's going that way. If Army wins, they're automatically bowl eligible. They're 6-0. Army is favored 27.5. I think there's no question. I think Army wins 70-15, not 14. Excuse me, 70-14. Sorry, 70-14. Army wins. What do you think?
You said 17, like 7-0 or 17?
7-0.
With that being said, I think Army beats the dog snot out of UAB, man. I say like 48-10.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. I love Trent. Trent's a great guy,
but Trent ain't ready.
He's not the right answer for UAB. Hey, our good friend Roddy White, he is his numbers, I believe, been retired at UAB.
Yep.
But Roddy, I'm sorry, they're not going to win. All right, let's look at the Red River rivalry. It's the first one ever as an all SEC matchup. And people in the SEC were saying, where have you been for the last 120 matchups on this Red River rivalry, which will be held at usual in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas? The number one team, yes, the number one team is the Texas Longhorns. They're playing against the number 18 Brent Venable coached Oklahoma Sooners. Guys, it's going to be a fun game, but what do you think the score is going to be and who's going to win, Matt?
I will go. Well, which quarterback is playing? Is Ewers coming back or is Arch Manning?
Quinn Ewers has started, and Arch Manning will be filtered in a couple times, they said.
Okay. Well, I see Texas taking this. They just have too much talent, man, with Isaiah Bond and all those group of receivers that they have, and also their quarterbacks, man. But actually, both if any one of Texas quarterbacks were starting, I think they would win this game regardless. So, but again, Oklahoma, they're 4-1. They are not pushovers. This is the 18th ranked team in the nation. You can't just go in saying we're the number one team and look how far they got Alabama a couple of weeks ago. So Texas has their work cut out for them. But Oklahoma is well coached, and I say Texas win it. I give it 27-21.
Ooh, okay, I like it. Very good. All right, well, I think Texas wins. I say 34-31. That's gonna be a good game. All right, let's travel down to Fort Collins, Colorado. Colorado State is playing host to the 4-1 San Jose State Spartans. It is actually an even scale in there. Who do you think wins this game?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with San Jose State, man. I think their quarterback is just
Brown. Yeah, he's incredible though.
Yeah.
He's only thrown 4 INTs to his 15 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He is on pace to throw 48 touchdowns. That's like Colt Brennan numbers, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That is definitely Colt Brennan numbers, man. But that's because he freaking just milks Nick Nash, man. But I would too if I had a receiver like that, man, who just is going to catch everything. So, but I see San Jose State winning this one, man. Colorado State, unfortunately, they're not playing, Colorado, so they probably won't be up for this game. But
okay. All right. So now let's travel back to the East Coast. A team that is actually 2 teams. One of them is extremely favored to land the Pac-12 in Memphis. They were traveling to play in Tampa, but folks, Tampa is not hosting anybody right now. So Orlando has opened up its stadium to play host to the Memphis versus South Florida. South Florida, they're 2-3, but they hang tough for a good bit of the time. Memphis, however, is 4-1. I kind of think I know where you're going on this one, Matt, but who do you think is going to win?
Oh man, yeah, I'm definitely going to go on Memphis on this one. I can see Memphis pulling this out. And I honestly think it's going to be a lot easier game than a lot of people think it's going to be. I see Memphis winning this about maybe I say 38-21.
Okay, I can see. I thought I'm kind of thinking like a 42-14 kind of score. Yes, I'm only giving them South Florida scoring 14 because they hang tough to start, and then it's like the wheels fall off so fast. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous. All right, so a ESPN game, night game, going to Knoxville. You got number 8 Tennessee coming off a loss last week, and they're playing host to the Florida Gators. Tennessee is favored by 15. I say Tennessee holds the points, and I think they actually beat it. I think Tennessee wins 38 to I say 38-20. What do you think?
Oh man, that was mine right there. 38. I was thinking 38-17. Florida, man. I mean, Florida always has the athletes. They just never have the players. If that makes any sense.
Yep, that makes absolute sense.
But I think Tennessee.
Billy Napier, I think this is it for him. I think this will kind of be the camel that broke this good grief. Yeah. The straw that brought the camel's back.
The Charlotte. Yeah.
So it's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a good game. I think Tennessee's gonna take care of it.
All right. So now we're talking about an NBC game. The number 2 versus the number 3 team in the nation. They're traveling to Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. 5-0, playing host to 5-0 Ohio State. Who you got? Remember, the game's at 7:30. It's on NBC, but who you got?
Oh man, whew. Boy, now this game, I don't know, man. You got Dylan Gabriel out there, man, just having his way with defenses.
Yep.
What's that freshman receiver name? For Ohio State, Smith.
Smith, yeah, he got like almost 500 yards receiving, and
that's a man child. That is a man child there. I'll be honest with you, man. All season, I don't know who's going to win this game. But if I had to, oh my gosh, if I had to guess, well, both teams 5-0, man.
I think Oregon wins by 3. I really do.
It can go either way. That's the thing. It can go. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a close game. But you said Oregon by 3, man.
Yeah.
I'll say Ohio State by 3.
Ohio State is favored by 3 too.
Yeah.
All right. Another ABC game. Number 9 Ole Miss travels to Baton Rouge. Takes on number 13 LSU. Angela and Steve, the girls' godparents, they are taking LSU probably because they are LSU people. Me, on the other hand, no. I think Ole Miss actually wins. I think Ole Miss wins like 28-21.
I actually agree with you, man. I think Ole Miss just has the better offense, man. I think they have the better quarterback too with Jackson Dart. I think Ole Miss is going to pull this out. I'm going to say 30-24.
Okay. So see, we're both having close scores on this one. We're going to run through this one real quick here because we've already mentioned who the perennial powerhouses are in the Sun Belt. But App State plays. They travel down to Lafayette, Louisiana. They're playing the Raging Cajuns. They're 4-1. App State's 2-3. Like I said, App State's going like this, but Louisiana's going up. What do you think? Louisiana wins or do they lose?
I think Louisiana's going to win this game. I think Louisiana's just going to be a little too much for App State at this moment. So I have Louisiana taking it.
Vanderbilt, they travel to Lexington. Do they continue winning against Kentucky or do they lose?
No, I think they're riding the ultimate high horse. This is the most ultimate high horse anybody's ever seen. Just coming off that win from Alabama. But I think, Kentucky's going to take it to them. Kentucky, we're talking about a team that always kind of is neck and neck with Georgia in all of their games. So I think Kentucky's going to take this one pretty easily.
And last but not least, folks, it is the absolute last game in all of college football for the night. University of Hawaii, which is officially been announced. It is a sellout game. TC Ching Athletic Complex in Honolulu, Hawaii is sold out. They're playing host to Gentry's Boise State Broncos. Guys, if the football gods love the state of Hawaii, love the University of Hawaii, they'll give them a chance. But, there always is a chance for anybody to win. However, dude, Gentry there's a reason why he is the front runner for the Heisman. He's got over 1,000 yards rushing already. He's got 16 touchdowns. People are saying he can probably run for 500 yards in Hawaii. I don't know if it'd be that much, but I think it's going to be a pretty high amount. Unfortunately, Boise State comes out to Honolulu, which teams do struggle when they go to Hawaii, just because obviously the travel and where it's located and everything. But I think Boise wins. I think they win like 38. Heck, you know what? I'm going to say 42-21. What do you think?
Genty.
Dude is unbelievable.
Good luck, Hawaii. Good luck. I think Genty's going to have a 5-touchdown game. I think he's going to have about 150 yards rushing. I think it's going to be disgusting. I see Boise State winning 48-17. Hawaii lately, man, this is kind of been struggling offensively.
That's been the talk around town too, by the way, and on the entire state.
They have to figure it out. But this could be kind of a trap game for them for Boise State too, man. I mean, Boise State's going in there expected to win. I don't know how much they're favored by.
20.5.
Oh boy. But hey, dang. Sorry, Brandon.
I know.
But I think Genty's just gonna be too much. This is gonna be the epitome of a Genty game. I think he's gonna go off, man. I think he's gonna have 5 touchdowns, 4 or 5 touchdowns this game, and I think he's single-handedly going to destroy Hawaii in the first half, and they're just gonna run the ball for the rest of the game, and I just don't see Hawaii stopping it. So, and when Hawaii does, if they do get them 3 and out, I just don't have confidence in Hawaii's offense to make this a game. Again, sorry, Brandon, but
no,
that's Hawaii.
The talk around the state is this is Chang's last year as coach at Hawaii.
But even if it is his last year, then what? Then what?
Yeah, exactly. What can transpire? I hope not. I hope for the sake of it, Chang turns around and we do go 6-6 or 7-5.
I mean, let's call it what it is, man. It's just due to the location. It's just tough for you guys to get these high star athletes on a team. It's just tough, But at the same time, that's the nature of the beast. The coach knows what he's doing when he takes the job. He has to be able to figure it out. They hire you to figure it out. So, figure it out, man.
That's right. You got to figure out what's going on. The offense, they're lackadaisical. They're not doing what they're, the run and shoot, one of the most high-powered offenses to walk the face of the earth. And we haven't seen anything of it. So, all right. We're not going to give score predictions. We're going to run through quickly at the scores. I'm going to say what the game is, and you tell me who wins, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Jacksonville at Chicago. Who wins that game?
Chicago.
Arizona at Green Bay. Who wins that game?
Arizona wins that game.
Whoa. Okay, I didn't expect that one.
Arizona
All right.
wins.
Indianapolis travels to Nashville and plays the Titans.
Who's the quarterback? Flacco or Anderson? Flacco or Richardson?
Flacco, because Richardson is still got. He's listed as doubtful.
All right, and then the Colts will win that game.
Okay. Texans and Patriots.
Texans. I got the Texans winning that one.
Bucks versus the Aints. Remember, Spencer Rattler is starting for the Saints.
Spencer Rattler's first start is going to be his welcome to the NFL. It's against Tampa Bay, who's actually pretty sound defensively, and probably should have beat the Falcons, but that one's going to go to Tampa Bay.
Okay. Browns and the Eagles.
Deshaun Watson, he needs to figure it out. He's getting paid too much money to not know what's going on. Eagles win this one.
Okay. Commanders and Ravens.
Lamar Jackson has another Heisman type game. I know you saw that play he had last time when the play broke down and he
just let's push him on the ground twice and still get this amazing touchdown, dude. Lamar Jackson. There's a reason why he's a two-time MVP.
The Ravens. I said raisins. They're purple and black like raisins. But the Ravens are going to win this. The Ravens are going to win this one, man. The Ravens got it.
All right, so make sure you make that a short. The raisins. So we'll make sure I have that one. All right, and then the Chargers.
Back in the day, you said what?
Yeah, let's talk. The California raisins were the thing, man. All right, the Chargers travel to Denver, take on the Broncos.
Got to go with the Chargers on this one, man. They can run the ball, and they have a good defense.
Yeah, they do. J.K. Dobbs, though, he's interesting to watch.
I'm surprised the Ravens let him go. He's running that ball.
He's running. All right. Steelers and Raiders, and Pittsburgh's only favored by 1.5. So Steelers and Raiders.
And then Devontae Adams, I don't think he's playing either.
No, he's not playing.
They're not going to play him until they trade him. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Steelers, man. Tom Coughlin got not Coughlin. I said Tom Coughlin. Wow.
Tomlinson.
Take that. Tomlinson's going to have he's going to keep Fields playing safe ball, and Fields is going to do what he does, and I think they're going to pull out the win.
Lions and the Cowboys. Like I did that right.
I actually think the Cowboys are going to win this game.
I think Lions. Ooh boy. I think the Lions win this game. I think it's going to be pretty good. I think the Lions actually win by 10, like 35-25 kind of thing, or 34-24, something like that, right?
The Cowboys get back on track here, man. They have to wait. Is Parsons still going to be out? Is Michael Parsons still going to be out?
Oh, I haven't seen any updates on that yet.
Okay, well, if Parsons is out, then I'm gonna go with the Lions. If Parsons is in, I'll stick with the Cowboys.
Dirty Birds. I don't even have to ask this. Tickets are only $5, but Falcons versus the Panthers.
Come on. I think the Falcons, they take care. I think it's a big Bijan game because the Falcons are going to get up by so much in the first couple of quarters, and then they run it out with Bijan and Algier. So I got the Falcons winning this.
Bengals and Giants. The Bungles and the Giants.
Giants a little bit sneaky here, but I'm in the Bengals. What, 1-4 now or something?
Yeah.
But it's boy. I think
it's in New Jersey, so
I think the Giants found gold. They got this rookie running back. I can't remember his name. I think they found a good one there. Is his neighbor still hurt? Yeah.
Yes.
Neighbor still hurt. So then I'll probably go with the Bengals here. Bengals get back on track, go to 2-4. And I think they win a couple more and get back to 500 and make that division a series. Make that division a
worthy opponent.
Yeah.
All right, and last but not least, Bills and Jets.
Ooh. Usually after a bad performance, Aaron Rodgers always bounces back. I'm gonna go with the Jets on this one.
Okay. Well, folks, that you really can't doubt our selections because we had some really good talk about about everything. So I've really enjoyed the episode tonight talking about we've talked about the WNBA. We've talked about a funny story with Cassie and I actually. We've talked about our good friend Sarah who is doing care packages. Remember, if you want to get her information, message myself or Matt. Matt will have her number as well, and We are going to do everything we humanly possibly could to get those care packages together. Let's see. Real quick, we want to remind you guys that Tuesday, coming up next Tuesday, we are actually going to have 3. Matt and I had this conversation yesterday. We're going to have 3 episodes next week, Tuesday.
Yep.
It will be Tuesday, it'll be Thursday, and it will be Friday. Tuesday, we have Mark Vaughn, Anderson University, coming on. He's going to tell his heroic story, how divine intervention really changed his life and saved his life. And he's going to talk about Anderson University football, which they're going to do great things. I promise you. We get to go see their games. They're going to do phenomenal things. Cannot wait. All right, so then special episode Thursday. We have one of my favorites, the talented University of Hawaii great Ashley Lilly, who was drafted by the Denver Broncos, will be coming on to talk to us about what his adventure has gone since leaving the NFL, what he's doing in the state of Hawaii as far as coaching. And please stay tuned for that. It's going to be a good episode with him. Then Friday, it is a special episode. There is not going to be any talk about anything else, but just with our guest. It's only going to be a 30-minute episode. His name is Jim. I'm not going to go with his last name. He will tell you when he comes on. The glove. What are you doing? Oh, the glove. The glove repair shop is called D&J Glove Repair. He is coming on for 30 minutes. We're going to have a great conversation with him. I promise you guys, great story. He did his story with NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt. He quit his marketing job, did what he had as passions for with baseball gloves. He has all shapes, sizes, ages, and styles. Great. Cannot wait for you to talk to them. 22nd, the general manager, Pete, from the Columbus Clingstones, AA affiliate of the Atlanta Braves, will be coming on. The 25th, Rich Miyano from the University of Hawaii is coming on. And then finally, the 29th, our good friend Brian Kajiyama will be coming on. So we're going to have a fun-filled remaining bit of October. There will be no episode on Halloween, which is coming up, and there will be no episode on the 1st as well because it is my daughter's birthday. But there still will be a little bit of we'll let you know the week that was kind of thing. We'll have that. It's a quick little rundown of what has happened, what's to expect, that kind of stuff. Okay. So, guys, we've had a lot of fun talking to you. We've bent your ear for an hour and 35 minutes. We appreciate it. Guys, do us a big favor. We put a tweet out yesterday. We're at 170 followers on our Twitter page. We need followers. Let's get to the magic number of 500 on our Twitter account. And how do we do that? All we got to do. You get one person, they get another. Keep it going. Let's get to that 500. And I'm telling you now, if you get us to 500, or if you can get us to 500, I'm gonna say probably I'll say by the end of November. Okay, start of December. If you get us to 500 followers on Twitter, you have a prize pack coming. Okay, what's going to be in that prize pack? You ask. I'm so happy you did, because this gives me an opportunity to share the newest, greatest memorabilia of the Sportz Nutz. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Sportz Nutz official drawstring bag has been delivered. You will get that. You will get a card decal. You will get a keychain. You will get a shirt. Matt is working on getting hats. You will get a hat. You might even get a couple of tickets to a college basketball game.
It can happen.
Yeah, so just all you got to do, get us that 500 followers. What do? You go to Twitter. Look, see this? All right, I'm going to go right here. Do you see this name right here? At the Sportz Nutz, folks. That is our Twitter handle. That is also our Facebook handle. Get the Twitter going. Get the Facebook followers going. 500 is the magic number. Now, if you go to our YouTube channel, at the Sportz Nutz 176. Let's get it going. We need 5 subscribers from you, 5 subscribers from somebody else. Honestly, we only need 50. We only need 50 more subscribers. That's all we're asking for is 50 total. And if you get us in there, and all you gotta do, you get us to subscribe, and then you get 4 more as well, and you get entered to win a $25 gas gift card. And it's an entry per individual you get to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So hey, that's a really good thing. $25 gas gift card. Promise you're gonna want to do.
Can't beat that,
Guys. We have had so much fun, but we got to get on out of here. You know, we've been to ear long enough. I'm hungry. I'm sure Matt's probably hungry. And we want to watch some football. And guys, my beautiful wife has been so patiently waiting for me. And I got to tell you guys a really quick story. Yes, Cassie and I just had a big, laugh about the wonderful tapping on the dashboard. But guys, ain't nobody in this world I'd rather be with than Cassie. She is the love of my life. So if you guys get a chance to message her on her Facebook page, it is one of our destinations where our show is aired, is Cassie Keeler. Message her and tell her happy anniversary. Guys, our anniversary was September 12th, but just tell her happy. She would really appreciate if you told her happy anniversary because she does a lot for this family. She's taking care of 4 beautiful girls. She's taking care of me. I had a widowmaker heart attack last July. I'm probably never going to fully recover from it because I was told that if I haven't by now, I'm not going to. And then I also had knee surgery. So it's been a little bit of a tough run. Hopefully we're on the up and up. But please, if you can, just wish her happy anniversary. Say thank you to her. She would greatly appreciate it. She's also a teacher, so her job is never done. So just do that. Matt, I know you're looking forward to some quality athletic time on the tube this weekend. So please, man, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And when I tell you this, I mean it with all my heart. Thank you so much for being a part of my dream of being on the Sportz Nutz. I wouldn't have it anybody else. You and I have been really good friends for 20 plus years, and I'm looking forward to the next 40 plus years. Sound good?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it sounds great, man. It's just one of those things, man, that linked up with and it just took off. So yeah, happy to do it, man. Happy to do it.
And guys, Matt will have another short or 2 or 3 created, and I should have it. I should maybe have one, at least have one more by this weekend. So when we do, I will post it. Please make sure to view it, like it, subscribe, follow everything, share it, whatever you can. The more, the merrier. I just want to quickly let you know also, Matt, Jason and I have been talking, so stay tuned for that. Mr. Manweller himself may actually come on our
glad he's doing well. Glad he's doing well.
He lives in Atlanta now.
Oh, he's back?
Yeah, he's back in Atlanta, and he may come on our show and actually talk about some Philadelphia sports. Just guys who don't know, he is a Philadelphia Eagles fan, so he may talk to us about on our show about it. So stay tuned for that. With that being said, for my beautiful wife, Cassie, who says she loves you all, for that man right there, Mr. Matt Thomas, I am Brandon saying peace up, A-Town down. We love you guys. We will talk to you again soon. Remember, Tuesday, Mark Vaughn, Anderson University. And Matt, what do you tell people not to get done?
Don't get flagged.
Yes, don't be stupid.
Hey, I might get flagged today because I put the CFA logo in the shot a couple of times. So we might get flagged.
Do you want to know what my father-in-law used to call him?
Chicka-flicka. What?
He said, let's go have some chicka-flickas.
Wow.
So, yeah, Chuck, great man. Miss him. Love you, Chuck. I know you're up there smiling down us and on us in heaven. But, guys, you ain't got to go home. But you got to get the heck up out of here. And, it's okay.
Say how you really feel, Brandon. Say the HE double hockey stick. Say how you really feel.
You ain't got to go home and get the hell up out of here.
There you go.
Hey, guys, we love you. And we enjoyed every minute with you. Thank you so much for listening tonight. Share this video, please. Remember, you can make a difference if you try. But if you don't try, you're not making an impact. So don't get flagged. Have fun this weekend. Guys, the weather is going to be great. And also, cold weather's here next week, so we'll talk more about that. So in other words, bye, and get out of here. Go. Shoot. Why are you still here? It's 9 o'clock at night. It's past your bedtime, Matt.
Brandon, you're the one that's keeping them up. Let them go. Let them go.
Bye. Get out of here. Bye. Well, he just did. He just scored 8 points. That's big. He had a career